The Brink Channel's back, and today I want to compare Mount St. Helens with Steamboat Geyser. As Steamboat Geyser continues to break records, what does it have in common with Mount St. Helens' 1980 eruption? More to come right after this. Please like and subscribe. The Brink Channel is back, and the Steamboat Geyser has broken a record. It has erupted 32 times in 2018. This year it has erupted 33 times, which is now the all-time record, and there's still a lot of time left. So if my calculations are right, this thing's picking up steam, not losing steam, which gives one the indication that the magma has to be moving around or moving to a different location, which makes one wonder if this thing's about ready to erupt. We will never know until this day happens, and then that'll be a bad day for everybody. Scientists say you have nothing to worry about, though, but makes one skeptical whenever this thing's all of a sudden just starting to erupt every 6 to 8 days. One wonders what the heck's going on and why it's doing that when it never really did that before. Heck, it never really erupted that many times prior to that. I'm no scientist, but this is definitely no Old Faithful. It is Old Faithful's on flatland, and this right here appears to be looking like it's on a hillside. And if it's on a hillside, does that mean that's part of the magmas causing the hillside to lift up here, causing a potential eruption? Now, if this thing dries up, which it's been dry for years up until just recently when it started erupting more frequently, then that could be part of the problem. If you look at Steamboat Geyser, you can see that it's on a hillside. And if this thing starts to bulge, like here in Mount St. Helens in 1980, then that can be very scary. But there's not much to worry about as long as it continues to erupt. But with the more frequent eruptions, makes you wonder if the groundwater is going to dry up quicker, and then that's whenever all the problems start. Now, if you think to whenever you boil a pot of water, if you leave it on there long enough, it will eventually boil all out. And if this thing boils all out, that means the magma is getting closer to the surface. And if the thing gets closer to the surface, it will erupt. And that's not anything more than just common sense. You don't have to be a scientist to figure that one out. If you look at Mount St. Helens, which erupted May 18th, 1980, you can clearly see that thing was about ready to blow because it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger before it finally gave way. Now this thing right here, it's on the hillside. Now could that be the magma pushing it up, or is that just the natural way it's been forever and ever? Now I've never been there, so maybe one of my viewers has and knows that answer. I'm not quite sure, but I do know that it's not an Old Faithful by any means, as Old Faithful is on top of a hill and not on a hillside, which is different completely. Don't get me wrong, I think it would be a really cool thing to see this Steamboat Geyser erupt, but at the same time, is this just the beginning of what's to come? We will never know until it happens. So I made some other videos on Steamboat Geyser and Yellowstone in general. Check them out if you hadn't already, and I'll link them right here. And with that, you have a blessed day. We'll see you next time on the Brink Channel. Much love. God bless everybody. Peace.